Make Turkey great again. Yes, sounds similar to another country, another phrase, but listen to me. Turkey is on its way to becoming a member of the BRICS community. It's already a part of NATO. It's already part of OIC. It's already one of the G20 countries. Now, why would I want to invest in Turkey? You're talking a load of tosh. No, hear me out. I'm going to explain to you now why the Turkish citizenship is something you should really take interest in. Hi, this is Jeremy from Millionaire, Migrant. 10 years ago, I left the UK, moved overseas and built today one of the world's largest investment migration firms. I've been helping investors like you design blueprints for a better future for the last decade and a half. Now, Turkey has formally asked to join the BRICS group. The BRICS group, if you're not familiar, is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, but is also adding other countries thereafter. And it wants to be part of this. And this is very important because Turkey, because of its geographic location, has a very important part to play in the wider geopolitical scene. Now, why this has happened? Because people in Turkey were getting frustrated about the lack of its progress in its ascension towards the EU. It's been going on for decades and they don't see any progress. So what do? They play their card and they say, you know what? You're not the only guy that is interested in us being a part of them. We've got these chaps called the BRICS. And what's happening is that this is creating a bit of a rift, if you will say, between these two entities, between Turkey and fellow NATO members, Turkey and the EU. But what Turkey is trying to do is explain a little bit and present its desirability to other compacts and factions that want to have it as part of their membership. Ever since Turkey has maintained relationships and strengthened relationships with Russia following the invasion, or sorry, not the invasion, I would say the special operation, that's the word for it. Ever since then, it has strengthened its ties with Russia to the point where NATO got very, very nervous. But it's all a play. It's like, if you don't want me, somebody else wants me. Turkey is a huge country in terms of landmass, in terms of population. It is prosperous. Yes, it's having its troubles, but it's clearly on the upward curve. If you look at what's happened in 2024, it's prestigious. It has a very rich culture as well. And people don't really understand that its connectability to all the countries is extremely attractive. It's a transport hub. It's a trade hub. So this country has a lot to add in terms of value to anybody that wants it to be part of its collective. Even Erdogan himself has acknowledged the fact that if it doesn't leverage on its attractive position geographically, geopolitically, with its partners in the West and the East, it's actually going to not benefit the country at all, but actually harm it, because it will be seen as being abstaining and not being a part of either of the collectives. So it's in its interest to move with one and ideally both of these two collectives as much as it can. Let's look at Turkey's role in NATO. So Turkey is very important to NATO for a couple of very key reasons. First of all, it has the second largest military in the Middle East. Second of all, it also is, because of its location, connecting Europe, Asia and the Middle East. That's what one of the main thing that everyone says about Turkey is just it is the bridge between the continents. So for those two reasons alone, NATO is very interested and Turkey is very interested in leveraging its position and being open to all the options. So Turkey's interest in BRICS signals its desire for economic diversification and building global partnerships. If Turkey joins, it will be the first NATO member to also be a part of BRICS. And I've touched on this in the past, and I'm coming more and more to this idea that I think Turkey really has something that no other really country offers. Plus, it will also give you the nationality of the country. Plus, it will also be a good place to invest your money. So this is why I think Turkey 2025 is something that I think a lot of people are going to start coming around to. They've already even started, but it's going to increase more in 2025. But its partnership with Russia has been a bit of a problem, shall we put it. It's made NATO a little bit nervous. BRICS don't really have a problem with it, obviously, because Russia is one of them. But it's a balancing act to be able to please all these different factions, some of which are they've been polarized by everything that's happened in this special operation. Turkey's partnership, however, with Russia is proving a source of consternation to its partners in the West. In October, Presidents Erdogan and Putin got together and started talking about trade ties, natural resources, energy, nuclear energy, and this was something that didn't go down very well with Turkey's trade partners in the West. Turkey is positioning itself as basically trying to say, if I don't want to be friends with you, I can be friends with other people. But this is a very delicate balancing act. So Erdogan is playing a very smart but also risky game in trying to leverage on its you all need me and as much more than I need you. But Turkey is trying to build bridges between the West and the East, and as well as its partners in the South as well, Africa and Asia and Middle East as well. So I touched upon this in the beginning, as in, what's this got to do with me? I don't know about Turkey. I don't care about Turkey. What's this got to do with me? Well, I'll tell you why it's got something to do with you. If you could obtain a nationality, a citizenship, through real estate, not through a donation, through real estate, you can do a bank deposit as well. So 2 ways where you could recover if not nearly all of your investment, but even a surplus on your investment, and obtain a nationality from a very powerful, strong country that listens to no one, has no external pressures from EU or from the US. That's very attractive to a lot of people. People want to know that I can invest in this country and not have anybody else messing with my country. Ultimately, that's the whole reason people get these nationalities, because they believe their primary nationality is being meddled with by other factions that it doesn't agree with. So people would like to go to Turkey. Now, with this in mind, being a part of NATO, being a part of BRICS, being a part of the OIC, being a part of the G7 and G20 collective, being able to decide for itself that it can take advantage of trade benefits. Having a Turkish nationality will give you benefits of trading with the EU. Not a lot of people know about this one. So it's a very powerful nationality. And again, as I mentioned, you'll recover most likely more or less what you put in. And if you consider all these countries that have these programs want to get something out of it, which means you're getting less, the fact you can get all your money back is extremely attractive. So Turkey is a country which has, yes, it's had its troubles. Yes, it's been a bit wobbly. But if you look at it, it's starting to pick up quite considerably. The international financial markets are taking a much brighter view of the country right now. So it's a place that you want to have some kind of exposure to. I mean, it's very crypto friendly. It's very transport friendly. It's a massive transport hub. A lot of people go there. The airline serves Turkish Airlines, the national airline serves more countries than any other airline in the world. So it's a transport hub. So it's great for business. That's you have to understand that when you're a transport hub, it has an integral impact on the growth of that country. Look at the UK over the years. Look at Singapore. Look at Dubai. Its real estate market has its ups and downs, but I've been doing real estate for a long time. I'm not phased. I've invested to date in 11 different countries over the last 20 plus years. That's just my personal. If we talk about my clients, we've done many more countries. So it's just something where you just need to do your research. You need to have boots on the ground. And we have our own team there. We have registered a company there. We have, all the resources you need in terms of legal support. So I really think that this is a country that me personally, I've been taking much more of a keen look. Obviously, yes, 2022, 2023, not so much. Now it's $400,000 for the citizenship. It was $250,000, but back then it wasn't the right time for me, as it was for a lot of people. There were other places to park your money if you just wanted to look at pure ROI, more than Turkey at that time. But then when you look around the market, you see there's not really a lot of opportunity. Everything is very expensive right now. Now it's like, well, if I'm going to put the money somewhere, I might as well do it in a passport program. How long is it going to stay at $400,000? I'm in touch with my friends in Turkey. I have a very strong professional network there, which has been cultivated and over the years. I don't know at what point they will change this. Maybe because the Caribbean has come up, maybe because the EU programs has come up, maybe it's also going to come up. I would say this is an opportune time to take advantage of the price differential. If the Caribbean is 250, 300, give or take, well, let's do real estate. It's pretty much 250, 300 around there, plus your government fees. If you look at the funds in Portugal, 500. If you look at Greece, which is, okay, you can get at 250 for particular products, and then you can get up to 800 for pure vanilla title deed residential. And then you see Turkey's at 400,000 and is a citizenship program, and all of the information that I've shared prior. You've got to admit, it's a very convincing case for investment and for obtaining a second powerful nationality. So let me know your thoughts. Maybe you say I'm talking a whole load of rubbish. Maybe you say I'm spot on. I'd be interested to know. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon.